Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to be talking about the WhatsApp Business API integration. Right. So I am doing a lot of work with this API for my clients exactly. Um, and I have gone through a ton of videos, but in YouTube, those videos are either too much complicated or they are not showing the proper information. So I thought what I have learned from my practical experience, I would like to share that with you guys. So WhatsApp API, you can get the service in two ways. Okay. So the first way is to get a third-party service like Twilio. Twilio has a WhatsApp API integration. You can use their SDK, fill up the forms, give them money, and you can use them WhatsApp API, obviously. In India, TextLocal is giving the WhatsApp API, right? So if you, the same process, you use their SDK, give them money, and you can use the WhatsApp API integration. But what I'm truly working with is that Meta's own form of WhatsApp API, where I'm not using any third-party integration here. I'm directly using the WhatsApp API or from the Meta. Okay, so it sounds like a bit complicated when I watch videos on the YouTube. It sounds like a little more complicated, the WhatsApp Business API, but it's absolutely very nominal and simple process. Okay, so let me show you the whole process. Once I show the whole process, you will understand each and every bit of this. So before we jump into this code, I wanted to show you the process from here, and then we will move into the code and see what we can do with the code exactly. So first you come to the developer.facebook.com. It's absolutely normal where you come in. So if you can create an app, you have to select the other one. Looking for something else, this is the one you have to select. Go to the next, and now you have to choose the business one. So you can see there is a WhatsApp word in it right here. Okay, if you click next, okay, so you give a name. I would give test API. Okay, just a simple name and nothing fancy. So I have created one business account, but for the first time this account will not be there. If you are doing it for the first time, you have to eventually create this account, otherwise you will not able to move forward. Okay, so if you are not selecting this account, they will provide you option in the next time to create this account exactly. So you create a app, asking for my password. I give my password, submit it, and it's creating the whole thing exactly. Now in this interface, you readily come into this section where it calls the WhatsApp. Just setup, click the setup, and there is the platform exactly. But for the first time person would get confused, they will directly click this WhatsApp SDK. If you go to this WhatsApp SDK, you will see it is this repository archive in Jan 7 2023. So they are not using this repo anymore. Okay, so if you go back a little bit into this section, there is a lot of information. There is a webhook, manage template, and these are all necessary. But the most important thing I will come in is the API setup over here. If you click on the API setup, it will create a access token, obviously, for you, which is valid for 23 hours. And if you refresh, the token will change. Nothing fancy here. There is a test number. So this is where the things is very much important to learn here. This is a test number, and from it is written, right? If you wanted your number to be sent from here, you have to go and add your number from here, and you also had to add the payment method from here. Otherwise, they will not activate your APIs. Okay. So before you go and do any stuff, you have to add a number and a add payment. But then also you can choose this. Here you can see the numbers. I have given and added a number over here. You can choose the number and send a test SMS to the WhatsApp API. Okay. So how we are going to do this, or how it is being created? Let's see this. Okay. So if I start the application, my application gets started. Okay. So if I go to this section and click localhost 3000, it gives me this: hello everyone, from code 180 the API is working. Now let's see and send some messages. But this is not the API to send messages. The API is something different that I will show you. So this is the API to send messages exactly. So it's a GET API. If you click on it, and it says it send a response to the system, right? So where is that message is coming into the scenario? Here is the message coming into scenario. You will see the message will prompt here. After it takes a little bit of time to come into this section exactly. So it has already successfully deployed the message, and you can see the product, the message ID, everything is getting deployed. Waiting a little bit to arrive of the message. Taking a little bit of time to message to arrive. Okay, so we covered the, okay, waiting for, yeah, this is the coming the message. The message comes in, hello world. So this is the message that comes in for the test part. You can see that neither of this message has been written there in the API. There is no such message has been written, or I have not passing any parameters over there. So let's see the code what I have written now. It's a very straightforward code, nothing too fancy. It's as simple as I can write exactly. So you can see the authorization token I'm using, another authorization token. I have using the process 2, the 2 number that is coming, my number. You have to add a number over here, a test number into this section. If you go, you can click manage number. You have to add a test number on that. Once you add a test number, that number would be used to send the test messages to you. Now this is how the message has been sending into the section, obviously. And let's see the code anymore. And after that I have just processed it and getting the response over here. So this is the total scenario of sending the WhatsApp API messaging. It's nothing too fancy, nothing too complicated. It seems like very complicated, but it is not. And you can see the type is template and the name is hello world. So you can create the template. I have told you in the beginning of the section. If you go to the quick start here, if you go to the quick start, and you can see message templates. Okay, so you have to create templates. And obviously the DLT registrations are there for this process also, so in India, and you have to create the templates, and that should be authorized by Facebook or something else, so you can send them messages, obviously. And one important thing that need to be remembered here is that if when you click on this stuff exactly and you add a number, that number that number is very much new. If you add, and if you can go, you can see that number is your business name, and they are telling that this number is actually going to be shown to the customers. So this is very important. whichever number you choose, that number should be perfect. Okay, and obviously in the add payment section you have to give your GSTN number, the company full profile details and everything. Not only in the Facebook, but if you are using a third-party application, you also have to give your business name and details. Otherwise, they are not going to pass your message, because Facebook has a policy not to give to individuals. This business API is not for available for individuals. This is only applicable for the businesses. Exactly. So definitely I would going to share my code on the description of this video. If you like my video, do share my videos and do like my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I expect this information has helped you a lot in understanding what's a business API, which is a buzz these days for developers, because everyone want that obviously, but this is so much easy to learn. Thank you so much. Try this out. It would be great. Happy coding. Thank you.